soul. Got clout, got hoes. Trayvon, I'm the GOAT. Daquan, you a hoe. Your baby mama a swallower. You had to pay for your followers. We do not pay for no followers. Big pimpin' with my collar up. Who got the clout? I got the clout. Who got the clout? I got the clout. She want the clout. I got the clout. Go to my neck. Go to my...
How's it going, Jack Taggers, and welcome back to another video for you guys. Today I'm going to be doing my review for Arrow Season 6 and giving my thoughts on this season. Okay, so this one's a weird one in my opinion. It's not as bad as Seasons 3 and 4, but it's not as good as Seasons 1, 2, and 5. So really, it's kind of in the middle. Now, right off the bat, I want to say, this isn't an awful season. It's as I said, it's no season 4 or 3, but it's not even too close to season 1, which is the weakest out of 1, 2, and 5. Yeah, so I don't really know. This season had a bunch of stuff in it, and I feel like it kind of crammed a lot of stuff in, and there were some very good moments in this season as well, and a lot of just interesting ideas they went with it. So I guess I kind of want to start about, we'll kind of go into the first half, work our way to the end, give my general thoughts on what was happening. So the most memorable part of the first half, in my opinion, is obviously the Deathstroke stuff. That two-part episode. Seeing Deathstroke in the season was great. Manu Bennett is the best Deathstroke. Yeah. Well, we'll see what Joe Manganiello, whatever his name is, does in the DCEU. But for now, Manu Bennett's really, really awesome, and it's good to see him in this first half. The main issue I have with the first half is the premiere, coming off a great season 5 finale, going into this one with Samantha just dying. I had a feeling it was coming. But come on, could it be someone else? Could, like, Curtis or Felicity die? Because, those characters suck. But yeah, I was a bit pissed off with that whole situation and how it executed. Also, there wasn't really much of Thea this season. I thought Thea is very, very just... shouldn't be there. It's a very unnecessary character. And I'm going to put a spoiler warning now, but Quentin, I thought, played at least some of a role this season, and then he died in the finale, which I just watched, and, yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was that. I think it might have been his time to go, maybe. I think it might have been. Though Thea, she was just so useless this season. Seeing her with Roy was really awesome, Roy coming back, though, once again, I feel like he was very underutilized and could have been in this season a lot more. There's rumors that he's going to be in a season regular for season 7. Hopefully that's the case, because I'd like to see more of him, and Cole Haynes always does a good job as him. So yeah, now let's talk about the villains. I think I want to move on to the villains and kind of talk about them for a sec. They very much set this up as it's a group of villains. There's more than one villain. It's just kind of like a group. And it gradually reveals that Cameron Diaz, Richard Dragon, we'll call him that, Ricardo Diaz, he's the main villain of the season as a whole. He really is. So we kind of see Vince, the reveal that let's talk about that for a sec, because that was a more first half deal. Vince finding out that he's vigilante, underwhelming. That's all I'll say. It was underwhelming, but that's fine, I guess. I don't know. Kind of shrugged it off. He dies very soon after, so I didn't really know how to feel about it, because everything just happened so fast. So really looking back on it, I think the vigilante thing, since it was set up since the beginning of season 5, that we knew about him, because Mr. Ski Goggles, that was like his nickname, and they showed the sketch of him. So he's been a known character since season 5's beginning. Like first episode, I think they said Mr. Ski Goggles. Well, we didn't really see him in physical form until episode 7, I think, but You get what I mean. So the whole vigilante situation, I think, was just underwhelming looking back on it. But at the time, I was just kind of like, well, I just kind of went along with it to see how it was played out. And then a bunch of other shit happened, and I was kind of like, well. So the vigilante issue, I don't know. I kind of just I'm a bit disappointed in that and what they did. But I did really like Michael Emerson's performance as Caden James, because Caden James was a really neat villain, and you do start to feel for him a bit. Killing him off, I don't know. I think it was an interesting way to go about things, because I did like Ricardo Diaz as the villain, and he was really interesting. I think episode 19, The Dragon, was probably one of the worst episodes this season, just because they try to make you feel for Ricardo Diaz, and it does not work whatsoever. And I kind of wish Ricardo Diaz was just gone for this season, but it seems like he's going to have a small part to play in Season 7, though my prediction is that in Season 7, we heard about the Longbow Hunters, so I think they'll play a role in Season 7 as the main villain, and Ricardo Diaz is just going to kind of be there for like maybe a couple episodes or two in the first half. He's not going to be but it is kind of interesting. Some things are going to spill over. That it usually doesn't happen with these CW shows, where villains kind of like spill over into the next season. You could argue that with Deathstroke, because he does make a return later, but not as a full-on villain. So yeah, it's going to be similar to that situation, I think, with Ricardo Diaz. So I'm interested to see what they do with him. But yeah, I kind of want to just talk about the season as a whole. I mean, it wasn't bad. It definitely wasn't. It's a mess season for me. If I had to rank the Arrow seasons, Season 5 is the best, Season 2's the second best, Season 1, and then Season 6, this season, and then Season 3, and then Season 4. That's how I would rank them. But yeah, as a whole, this season's not bad. If I had to rank it, I'd probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's not an 8 out of 10. It's not. I'll give it like a 7.5 out of 10. So yeah. It's not a bad season. Don't get me wrong. But I do have some issues with it. I forgot to talk about the Civil War. Right, the Civil War. That was another big issue. Speaking of issues, I didn't really care for that. Went on for a bit too long. But anyway, that's really all I have to say about that story arc, because there's just not much there to talk about. So anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this season down in the comments below. I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on this, actually. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Boop.